Good day, I'm Theodore Henry and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, May 13, 2025. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says the government is on track to deliver 70,000 houses after a 2-year interruption from the COVID-19 pandemic. The 5-year target was reset and will see the National Housing Trust, NHT, delivering 43,000 houses and the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ, 14,000. 10 to 15,000 houses are projected from the Bernard Lodge Master Development Plan and 5 to 10,000 through the Innswood Master Development Plan. Meanwhile, 6,000 houses will come from the Social Housing Program.
So we are doing very well. And recently, we have secured lands from the UDC, which will give us another 4 to 8,000 houses. So we will exceed the 70,000 houses that we have committed to the people of Jamaica. No other administration would have put in place the plans and programs to deliver this many houses over the next 4 to 5 years.
Dr. Holness was in St. Elizabeth on Friday for the handover of 5 houses under the new Social Housing Program, NSHP. Meanwhile, the Prime Minister is reaffirming the government's commitment to transforming lives through the new social housing program, especially vulnerable persons living in substandard conditions. Dr. Holness asserts that the NSHP is about impacting meaningful long-term changes in the lives of beneficiaries through houses that are uplifting families, fostering stability, and empowering individuals to contribute meaningfully to society.
This program was designed to serve the element of the housing market which treats with persons who have no income or means to improve their houses or acquire a new house. We estimate that there are about 6,000 Jamaicans who live in the worst of the worst housing conditions. So far, we have either constructed and delivered or are under construction approximately 330 units. So we are moving steadily towards reducing that number, and we will be scaling up very rapidly.
Thanks to Jamaica for choosing me for this opportunity. I'm very grateful.
Residents of Ainon Town and nearby communities in Clarendon now have improved access to high-quality primary health care. The Community Health Centre underwent extensive refurbishing under the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Operation Refresh program. The reopening was made official last Thursday. Portfolio Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton says work being done under Operation Refresh is a national effort to modernize community health infrastructure across Jamaica.
We have done 9 health centers so far. We have another 8 or 9 that's lined up, and we're going to continue because we want to do about 100. We want, when you come into your health center, you are going to get a doctor or a nurse who is going to say to you, let me check your blood pressure. Let me check your blood sugar level. If you're diabetic, let me see what you're eating because we want to keep it stable.
The Ainon Town Health Centre operates Mondays through Wednesdays, with Thursdays and Fridays reserved for home visits to residents in surrounding districts.
What Operation Refresh is doing, even with some limited expenditure that on the face of it some may think not important, is to restore credibility to our health centres, to make the staff in our health centres feel good about themselves and their work environment, and to get the people in the community to go to the health centre before they start to think about going to the hospital.
A major public education campaign will be rolled out on the National School Nutrition Policy to ensure the public understands the policy, its benefits, and their role in making it successful. The policy, which was recently approved by Cabinet, is now before the Senate. It was tabled on Friday by Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dr. Dana Morris Dixon. The document is a comprehensive multi-sectoral framework designed to promote healthy eating and active lifestyle in all schools across the island. To ensure the policy is accessible and widely understood, Minister Morris Dixon says simplified versions will be distributed in both plain language and Jamaican patois. These, she says, will be shared through churches, youth groups, media outlets, and community outreach efforts.
We want every Jamaican to read this policy and see it as a contract between the government and our children. To this end, we will therefore publish it publicly and work with our churches, our youth groups, and the media to spread the message.
The public education campaign will also support families with resources for healthy meal planning and provide training for food vendors and school canteen staff. In addition, students will be selected as nutrition ambassadors to help promote healthy habits among their peers. The Education Minister emphasizes that the policy is the result of extensive national consultation. Stakeholders include the key government ministries, parents, students, teachers, health professionals, nutritionists, food industry representatives, farmers, and civil society groups.
Consultations were held face-to-face and online, and multiple iterations of the policy were refined based on the voices of the people. The message from Jamaicans was and still is exceptionally clear. We need this nutrition policy now.
The government has officially launched the Community Electrification Project, a major step in its ongoing commitment to energy equity. The initiative aims to provide legal, safe, and affordable access to electricity for underserved communities across the island. Speaking at the official launch held at the Rules Pen, Dampy Playfield in Mineral Heights, Clarendon, Minister of Energy Darrell Vaz highlighted the project's impact and progress to date.
So far, the results are transformative. Over 4,000 homes in 50 communities across 7 parishes have received free house wiring. Pole line installations have been completed in 17 communities, extending over 11 kilometers, which is a little over 6 miles, and fitted with solar-powered streetlights to improve nighttime safety and mobility.
The government is investing $1 billion in the initiative, which will connect over 20,000 households to the national electricity grid free of cost, providing them with legal, safe, and affordable access to prepaid electricity. Beneficiaries will be identified through electrification fairs and sensitization sessions administered by the Jamaica Social Investment Fund, JIS, which is the implementing agency for the project. And finally, approximately 650 households across several communities in the St. Andrew West rural constituency are now benefiting from improved access to water. This follows the commissioning of the $47 million Mount Prospect Mount Airy water tank replacement project. Minister with responsibility for water, Matthew Samuda, participated in the ceremony on Wednesday.
This 50,000-gallon steel-bolted drum is not a small piece of infrastructure. It is a large investment that is being made to facilitate increased comfort, increased population, and we expect it to provide service to you for close to 30 years. This is not a unique commitment. It is one of close to 100 projects that are underway currently being undertaken by your government through the Rural Water Supply Limited and through the National Water Commission through its internal projects.
Communities benefiting from the project include Mount Prospect, New Garden, Golden Spring, Mount Pleasant, Mount Friendship, Langley, Iron River, Mount Horeb, Mount Zion, Brandon Hill, and Mount James. Minister Samuda underscores the historic scale of government investment in the nation's water infrastructure.
So for this fiscal year, the government is investing an additional $10.1 billion into water systems across the length and breadth of Jamaica in an unprecedented step, and that is through the Water Commission. In addition, we're spending $800 million through Rural Water Supply Limited to invest in 63 plus systems right across the length and breadth of the country for small communities just like this.
The project was completed in 2 phases. Phase 1 involved replacing an aged 10,000-gallon tank with a 50,000-gallon bolted steel tank, and Phase 2 upgraded the existing 2-inch and 3-inch pipelines to 4-inch pipelines to significantly improve water flow and distribution. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Theodore Henry. Thanks for watching.